thing I know about life is sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad. Sometimes things go really well, sometimes they don't. That's that thing called life. And whether you're going through life ups or life downs, you have to take care of yourself no matter what. You can get through it. And one thing I know is happy people aren't just happy, they generate that happiness. They work on it every single day. And today I have a special guest who I'm humbled to call my friend, who's going to talk about surviving life ups and downs. Enjoy.
Hi Fiona gang, my name is Wanjiru. I am Fiona's friend. I am a nurse. I am a lover of life recently. And today's topic is very near and dear to my heart because who doesn't go through life's ups and downs? Nobody. So I am in no way those people who preach toxic positivity. I think that when you're going through things in your life, you should be allowed to sit in them, to feel them, to process them, and to just go through all the basic negative emotions, the ugly, that should be allowed. So this is just after the fact. After that happens, what now? So these are some of the tools that I personally use when it comes to dealing with life's downs. And I'm still developing those tools. I haven't reached my peak level. Also, I'm very new at this because I used to be those people who didn't have coping strategies, or I wasn't aware that I needed them. But right now, coping strategies to me are like basic necessities. You know how when in psychology you have a Maslow's hierarchy of needs, then you have the basic needs uko chini, where we say the basic needs are food, clothes, shelter, those things. For me, coping mechanisms and all things mental health are down there with the basic necessities. So they are things that I take very, very seriously at this point in my life. So whenever you're going through life's downs, I know it's very tempting to isolate. You just want to be alone. You want to be able to cry all day. You don't want to see anyone. And then there's this tendency to feel like everyone is against you when you're going through your downs. So you just feel like you need to be alone all the time. Resist the urge. Resist the urge to isolate, because community is very, very important whenever you're going through downs. Make sure you have identified one or two people in your life who you trust and who love you and who have your best interest at heart and who will not go telling your business to everyone. Those are the people I'm talking about. So find those people. Obviously, you have to ask if you can vent to them. You have to, and this is a mistake I used to do in the past, where I just used to vent. And I'm not asking people, are you in the space to hear my things? So ask them also if they're in this space, but make sure these are people who you can trust. Don't just tell your things to anyone. Ooh, I cannot stress that one enough. So find your people. So apart from telling them your things and them giving you that comfort and support, community is also helpful in that it can help to distract you from your things. So just hanging out with people feels nice. It really feels nice. It re-energizes you, and it can make things so much easier. The other thing that I like to do whenever I'm going through life's downs is focus on my hobbies. I'm still working on developing solid hobbies. Some of my hobbies have been hindered by financial constraints, like most people, obviously, but they're hobbies that don't cost a dime. Things like swimming, I think, is very cheap. Things like, if you're in Nairobi, you can even go to a library and pick up a book. Things like listening to music, taking walks, just anything. Really get into the habit of engaging with your hobbies. I know adulting can be very hectic. Life has a way of taking us away from ourselves, but you need to find the time to really engage and reconnect with your hobbies. Then something else that I like to do, or that has helped me personally, and this one is a very big one. I think I should have started with this one even. Spirituality. So have a relationship with God. And this doesn't even only fall into the context of religion only. No, you don't have to be a Christian or a Muslim to connect with God or to know God or to talk to God. It's not necessary. But if you're in those religious groups, do that. Read your Bible, read your Quran, pray. For the modern spiritual babes, I don't know, manifest. What do? Do those things. Find God. And this one I will really stress it. Please find God, because we are not only physical beings. We are very, very spiritual. And some of the things that we even encounter in life are spiritual. Some of the things that we are fighting are spiritual wars. So you need to make sure that you're connecting with a higher power, that you are really listening to that voice. And I promise you, when you start doing that, you will understand why I'm stressing it so much. Then keep off drugs. Keep off drugs, guys. And by drugs, I do not even mean hardcore drugs like cocaine and heroin. Who do you even know who does cocaine? I mean just like alcohol. And if you smoke, keep off it for a while. So it usually feels like, especially for Kenyans, you know how we see Kenyans in clubs every other weekend, and it's a running joke that Kenyans are alcoholics, but it's really a coping strategy for people. And personally for me, alcohol has been a coping mechanism at some point. And what happened is I realized it wasn't even effective anymore. I just used to get exhausted. I used to get heartburns. I used to just feel crappy in the morning. So just find that balance. I'm not saying completely cut off these things if you're not into that. What I'm saying is reduce your consumption of alcohol and whatever other substances that you take, because we really think that these things elevate our moods, but they're really depressants in the long run. So you consume alcohol, you feel nice, and then the next day the anxiety is at 100. So if you're going through a really horrible time, I know this is contradicting, but stay off substances. So the next point is connected to this one. So how do you stay off substances? It's really hard, especially if you've never done it before. But move, exercise, move your body. And exercising it's very wide. So for some people, when they hear about exercise, they think that we're only talking about the gym. You see how you see people like on social media lifting weights or kwa gym at 5 a.m. And you're just like, could never be me. So it doesn't need to be that intensive. Also, just take a few minutes off of your day. You can do anything. You can jog, you can run, you can walk, you can just pick up a routine that ensures your body is in motion at least every day. If that doesn't work for you, so like for me, exercising, I used to exercise, but I'm a small girl, so, and I lose weight very, very fast. So whenever I exercise, in like 2 weeks, I already look like a Form 2 schoolgirl. And that's not the look I'm going for. I'm too old. So I tried yoga, which is really, really nice. Would highly recommend. If you don't feel like exercising, go on YouTube, check out yoga videos. I promise you 100% you will feel super nice. And especially yoga, you feel like you don't even need those things to alter your brain chemicals. You won't need the alcohol, etc. Okay, so the other thing is sleep. Ensure that you have a really good sleep routine. Make sure that you're not sleeping at 3 a.m. and waking up at like 6. So you're recommended to sleep at least 8 hours. Is it 8? Yes, 8 hours. And when you say 8 hours, to some people, they're like, I'm not a child, don't tell me. But trust me, sleeping for 8 hours really, really helps when you're going through stuff. Try and get your 8 hours of sleep. Then also largely seek out helpful content. So we always find ourselves consuming content on social media that is very useless most of the time. So whenever you're going through something, don't assume that you're the only one who has ever gone through that particular thing. There are very many people online who have gone through the exact same thing and who have shared their experiences and how they went through their experiences. So seek out those videos, watch them, and yeah, you'll find like a nice little virtual community of people who are also going through hard times and they went through their experiences. So seek out those videos, watch them, and yeah, you'll find like a nice little virtual community of people who are also going through hard times, and this will make you feel better. So those are some of the things that I have personally picked up and that I have learned. Of course, I'm sure there are many more things that you can do to cope with, things that you go through in life. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.